Well, I'll just go ahead and do them all, I guess. So, I guess I will be doing those. So, let's go ahead and take a look at the Vanguard Quartermaster first. So, we've got the Continental. Now, this is probably one of my favorite auto rifles in the game. I have one with a really good roll. Actually, two with really good rolls, and I use them quite frequently. So, let's take a look at the sights. You got MD Reflex, Quick Draw IS, and OEG Rifle Scope. So, personal preference again, but I would probably go. I really don't know. I'd have to try all those out and tell you. So you got crowd control. Kills with this weapon grant bonus damage for a short time. And danger close. This weapon, yeah. This weapon gains increased reload and handling when two or more enemies are in close proximity. I would say PvE, danger close, I guess. And, or no, probably crowd control. Probably both crowd control. Danger close I wouldn't even mess with, so crowd control for sure. You get perfect balance and rifled barrel. I would go perfect balance. Perfect balance for either PvE or PvP with your personal preference, but for PvP, I'd probably use rifled barrel just for the extra range. And third eye, radar stays active while aiming down this weapon's sights. This isn't a bad roll. This isn't one I'm gonna pick up, but all in all, that's really actually not a bad roll for PvE or PvP. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Parthian shot. So this is a pulse rifle, and this is in the slower rate of fire, higher impact archetype, which actually got a buff on its rate of fire, so it's actually in a good place. And this thing is an absolute beast. I don't have one, but you can really tear people apart with this in the Crucible right now. So probably good archetype to look at. So let's go ahead and check out the scopes. You get the red dot, ORA2, slightly improved optics, improved handling, sure shot IS, and OEG, slightly improved optics and improved handling. I would go with sure shot personally, but this on a pulse rifle, I'm not sure how big of a difference that makes, so probably personal preference, but I'd go sure shot. You got secret round, missing a shot from this weapon's burst will fire a fourth shot. So that's pretty cool. And partial refund, chance to return a portion of the magazine after an assist. Definitely PvP right there, and that can be useful in PvP or PvE. So yeah, definitely that's definitely PvP, but you could do that for PvE or PvP. So there's that. You got small bore and lightweight. I would have to probably go small bore, but I don't know on that because I don't know how far that reduces the magazine size, but I'd probably go small bore. And glass half full, bottom half of the magazine causes additional damage. This is actually a really good roll, and I think this is actually the gun I'm going to pick up this week. I definitely like the roll, and I don't have one of these yet, so that's probably one I'm going to pick up. So let's go ahead and look at the Angel's Advocate. Now, this is, if I'm not mistaken, this is in the Might of Multi-Tool Rate of Fire archetype, but I'm not entirely positive. I do know it's fast, but I personally prefer this over the Crucible Vendor one. I think it kills a little bit quicker because it does a little bit more damage. But let's go and take a look at the roll. You've got red dot ORA, ranged lens RLS3, and OEG rifle scope. That's gonna probably come down to personal preference, but it depends on if you really want to do long range. I would go with the ranged lens. Otherwise, I would probably stick with these other two. So you got Outlaw, precision kills with this weapon, dramatically increase reload speed, and last resort. So I would go Outlaw, definitely. You got small bore and explosive rounds and Firefly. Now, because it's a scout rifle and it's already got a lower or a small magazine size, I don't know whether you want to do small bore or not. It does add better range and stability, but I would probably go. You can use small bore in either PvP or PvE, and same with explosive rounds. I would probably do explosive rounds just for that extra flinch and Firefly. So that's actually a pretty decent roll. This would be a really good PvE roll. And I'm not sure how good of a PvP would be, but this is definitely a pretty good or really good PvE roll, so that might actually help out in the raid if you're looking for a good raid primary. So let's take a look at this hand cannon, the How Dare You. Now, this is a higher rate of fire, a little bit lower impact archetype, and I'm not a big fan of these. I just think they take too long to kill, personally. I'm pretty sure it's the same archetype as the Thorn. So if you like using the Thorn, you'll probably like this one. So you got True Sight IS, Sure Shot IS, and Quick Draw. Both of those are excellent hand cannon scopes. This is looking like a promising roll already. Yeah, Relentless Tracker and Partial Refund. Partial Refund for PvP, definitely. And Relentless Tracker, I don't really know on that. I don't know how good of that tier or that bracket is there. Okay, anyway, we got Rifle Barrel and Explosive Rounds Rifle Barrel, hands down. The more range, the better. And Rangefinder, so I do those two. And Partial Refund. It's actually pretty. This could be a really good roll. So if you're looking for a higher rate of fire hand cannon, you probably want to pick this one up. This looks like a pretty decent roll on it. Alright, so we're looking at Fusion Rifle, the EX Astris. Now, this is a higher charge rate, lower impact. I don't really care for these. You got Reflex Sight, Red Dot ORA, and OEG. You got Battle Runner and Underdog. This weapon gains a boost to range and handling when your health is low. Small bore, accelerated coils, and hidden hand. I don't really know. I'm not a big fusion rifle user. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think of this roll, but I'm not going to be picking this up. I would go with the other one. It's a higher impact, and you're gonna do a little bit better with it, I think. It's just my opinion. Okay, so we have the Teacup Tempest. So this is a fairly high rate of fire, a little bit higher impact. Yeah, Steady Hand IS, Sure Shot IS, and Quick Draw IS. I would go Sure Shot. You got Relentless Tracker and Cascade. I would go with Cascade. Yeah, Snapshot and High Caliber Rounds. Either one are a good option, but I'd have to go with High Caliber Rounds for that extra flinch factor. And Rangefinder. It's actually a really good roll. I'd go ahead and pick this up if you guys want a good sidearm. A good solid roll on a sidearm. Okay, so we have the Occams Razor. And this is a shotgun. Yeah, Smart Drift Control, Accurized Ballistics, and Soft Ballistics. I would probably go Accurized on that one, personally. Yeah, Cascade and Battle Runner. I would do either one of those are really good options, actually. So, personal preference there. You got Rifle Barrel and Perfect Balance. I would probably do Perfect Balance and Crowd Control. So, don't really know what to say on that one. That's actually not a bad roll. I'd probably use that myself. Alright, we have the Seventh Sense. Now, I don't particularly like these higher rate of fire sniper rifles personally. I just don't find as much use for them, but you guys may feel differently. So let's take a look. You got the Wildhawk SLS 20, improved optics and decreased handling, improved range, slightly decreased stability, ViewTech SLH 20, improved optics, significantly improved handling, and ambush SLH 25, agile snappy scope, handles beautifully, rewards a skilled hand. So if you're a good sniper, I would probably go with that one. I really don't know on this roll. That's probably what I would do, and I'm not really that good with sniper rifle anyway, so I don't know. Ugh. And this is taking a little bit longer than I thought it would. Alright, so we got Army of One and Perfectionist. Magazine is refunded if all shots fired are precision kills. I would go with Perfectionist if you're really good shot. I would definitely go with that. And Army of One's another pretty good roll on that. You got skip rounds and perfect balance. I'd probably go perfect balance and hidden hands. So that's actually a pretty good roll. If you like this archetype of sniper rifle, I'd go ahead and pick that one up. And Bone Crusher. I just want that because it sounds awesome. I mean, that's like make enemies shit themselves awesome just by the name. So anyway, that's pretty badass. I've actually never heard of this one. I don't think I've been killed by one before. Because that's how I find out what guns are, is when I get killed by them. Alright, so we have aggressive ballistics, linear compensator, and field choke. I'd go linear compensator, although aggressive ballistics on the Bone Crusher does sound pretty cool. I'd go linear compensator. You got life support. Kills with this weapon while critically wounded have a chance to start regenerating health. And take a knee, that seems kind of... I don't know. That seems a little bit pointless on this kind of weapon, but what do I know? Okay. Take a knee. Crouching grants improved accuracy and stability, as well as reduced aim time and flinch under fire. I don't know. I'd go life support, personally. You got braced frame, increased stability, reduced magazine size, and a pendant magazine. I'd go brace frame on that because that stability is really low. So you get crowd control. This is actually probably a really good PvE roll. I'm not sure how good PvP would be. That'd be good in PvP too. Personal preference. Pick it up if you like it. Use it wherever you want. Alright, now we got the disassembly required. Yeah, that's actually a pretty cool name too, but I like this right here. Step 1, point at enemy. Step 2, disassemble enemy. That's pretty neat. So we got warhead veneers, veneers, whatever. Smart drift control and countermass. I'd go countermass. You got Grenadier, kills with this weapon, reduce the cooldown of your grenades, and Army of One. That's going to be a personal preference thing, I suppose. And you got Quick Draw and Heavy Payload. I'd go Heavy Payload. And Tripod again, so 3 shells. Alright. Well, that is your Vanguard rolls for the week. Now we're going to go check out the Dead Orbit vendor since we're right here. So we have the Extremophiles 011. Again, this is actually another really good auto rifle. I have one. I just didn't get a very good roll on it, but let's go and check this out. MD Reflex. Quick Draw IS OEG, personal preference on that. Quick Draw has a faster reload, so... Alright, armor piercing rounds. These iridium core rounds over penetrate targets. Their mass slows the weapon down. I really don't know how effective armor piercing rounds are. I've never really done a high caliber round, armor piercing round, and regular shot comparison. Although maybe I'll do that in a future video so I can tell you guys a little bit more on that. And snapshot. Aiming this weapon is incredibly fast. So snapshot's good on anything. So I'd probably go snapshot just because I know that's going to be effective. And you've got perfect balance and rodeo. Reduces the severity of this weapon's recoil. I would definitely go with perfect balance personally, but either one is a really good option. And rangefinder, so that's actually a really good roll on that. I may just switch back over depending on. It all depends on what roles the future War Cult has for him, but this is actually a really good roll on that. Alright, and we have the Keystone 01 Scout Rifle. This is in the really low rate of fire, really high impact Jade Rabbit archetype. Which, speaking of which, just a side tangent, I've been playing Destiny on PS4 for like a year and a half now, and I still haven't got a drop on the fucking Jade Rabbit. I do not know what's up with that. Bungie, if you hear this, please just send one my way. I've been waiting. Alright, that aside, we got the Red Dot ORA2, slightly improved optics, improved handling, range lens, RLR5 precision scope, superb effective range, heavy and poor recoil control, and OEG rifle scope. I would say that's probably a personal preference one as well. But I would probably go with Red Dot, or I don't really know what the OEG rifle scope looks like right offhand. I'd have to try that. And you got armor piercing rounds and snapshot. Snapshot without a doubt. You got hammer forged, improved range and accuracy, and unflinching. I would go with hammer forged and firefly. So this is a really good PvE roll, or it's still effective PvP roll, but you're probably going to do really good with this PvE if you keep your distance and stay back away from stuff for good mob control. Alright. So we have the Worlds to Come 001. This is a fusion rifle, and let's go ahead and check out the perks on it. You got reflex, improved aim, assist, red dot ORA, and OEG. I would probably go with reflex. You got enhanced battery, increases the magazine size, and snapshot. I would probably go enhanced battery. Fusion rifles tend to aim really quick anyway. You got hammer forged, improved range and accuracy, and performance bonus. Kills with this weapon have a chance to grant a bonus reserve ammo. Probably performance bonus, but that's a hard pick. And you got hot swap. Rating this weapon grants a brief period of bonus accuracy. So not bad there. And we have the Lastditch 001 shotgun. You got smooth ballistics, CQB ballistics, aggressive ballistics. I would go with CQB ballistics personally. Extended mag or lightweight extended mag. Small bore or surrounded, I would go with small bore and rangefinder. That's a decent roll. I don't know if that's a must-have. You got the Bitter Edge 010 sniper rifle, and this is in the archetype I like. You got Hawkeye long view, which is a low zoom scope. And Eagle Eye, longest range scope. So Eagle Eye probably a PvE thing, or if you really are good at staying back and sniping on PvP, then go with that. Otherwise, I would probably go with the long view myself. You got explosive rounds and a lightweight, I go explosive. Small bore, increased range and stability, slower reload, reduced magazine size, and life support. Kills with this weapon while critically wounded have a chance to start regenerating health. I'd go small bore and take a knee. So that's actually a really good sniper roll. I would pick that up if you're with the dead orbit. And last but not least, we have the Unto Dust 00 rocket launcher. Aggressive launch, soft launch, counter mass. I'd go counter mass. You got field scout or lightweight. I'd go field scout. You got perfect balance and spray and play. I'd go perfect balance. Grenades and horseshoes. So not a bad rocket launcher roll at all. Alright, so we're going to head up to the Future War Cult. Alright, so with the Future War Cult, you have the Whale. It's a really good hand cannon in my opinion. And let's see, you've got True Sight IS, Fast Draw IS, and Quick Draw IS. True Sight IS, hands down. You got high caliber rounds and hip fire. I would go with high caliber. If you're a good shot, or if you're good at aiming down sights and you spam people with bullets, high caliber is probably the way to go. If you're really good at hip firing, I would go with hip fire, but I'm not, so I would go with high caliber rounds. You got perfect balance, and third eye, I'd go perfect balance right there. And luck in the chamber, that is a good roll. I would pick that up. I don't think you can go wrong with that one. So we have the Waltz, which I just got one of these today. So let's see here. It's a pulse rifle. You got Reflex, you have Sure Shot IS, and you have OEG. I would go try Sure Shot, but that's a personal preference there. You've got armor piercing rounds and hip fire. I would go with armor piercing just because I don't like hip firing any weapon in this game. You've got perfect balance and Eye of the Storm. I would go with perfect balance, and you've got rodeo. So that's I wouldn't really jump for joy over that one and go rush out to pick that up. All right, so you have the waiting fusion rifle, and it's got MD reflex, or red dot ORA and OEG. It's got accelerated coil, and lightweight I go accelerated coil. You got small bore and knee pads. I would go knee pads hands down, and rangefinder. That's not a bad roll. If you want one, go pick that up. That's not too bad. Alright, we have the Wounded Scout Rifle, and this has the red dot ORA, the focus lens FLA5. I don't never tried that scope before, so I would definitely try that out myself. And OEG rifle scope, so that's probably a personal preference, although I've never tried this one, so really can't tell you, and I for some reason can't remember what this one looks like today. So you've got extended magazines, and lightweight, I'd go extended mag on that, and you have small bore and triple tap. I would go with triple tap personally. But if you want higher range and stability, you can always go with extended mag and small bore and kind of balance out that magazine size and get more range and stability. And Zen Moment. This is not a bad roll. I will probably try and pick one of those up this week as well. I know I got a lot of weapons I want to pick up, but I've got a lot of weapons to get rid of too. And we have the Wormwood, the curse of the Crucible in my recent games. Well, up until this week, but it was there for a while. It seemed like every time I ran into someone, they had the Wormwood with them. So you got True Sight IS, Fast Draw IS, Quick Draw IS. I go True Sight. You have high caliber rounds and snapshot. I would go with high caliber rounds. Hand loaded and Zen Moment. I would go with hand loaded and rangefinder. So that's actually a really good roll. I would pick that up. Alright, so we have Confined Launch. Oh, this is the Warpath, by the way. It's a rocket launcher. And it's got Confined Launch, Smart Drift Control, and Hard Launch. And you've got Flared Magwell and Lightweight. I would go Flared Magwell. Reload this weapon even faster. You got Perfect Balance and Tripod. I would probably go with Tripod. And bomb. Cluster bomb. Rockets create cluster bombs when they detonate, so that's actually a good roll, and I hope I land one of those this week at some point in time. Alright, so that's it for the Future War Cult, and we have one to go, and that is the New Monarchy. And then I will let you guys go, because I know this has been a long video, and you're probably tired of listening to me.
Let's see if we can help each other.
Alright, and last up we have the Future War Cult vendor. So let's go ahead and take a look at these. I've never really used anything from the... Or not Future War Cult. Oh, that's a fail. I mean the New Monarchy vendor, and I've never really used anything from New Monarchy in the past. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. This is in your Doctrine of Passing, super high, spam your face with bullets archetype. It's called the Assembly 2. And it's got MD Reflex, Steady Hand IS, and OEG Rifle Scope. I would probably go with Steady Hand IS for that stability on this thing. And you have high caliber rounds and hip fire for something like that. High caliber rounds is an easy choice. You've got perfect balance and crowd control. For that thing, I would go with perfect balance to balance out that stability. And you got counterbalance, so that's going to be that is a really good roll. I honestly may switch over here and get that one this week too, so I got a lot on my wish list. See what I actually get. Alright, and we have the Free Will 3. And I see one good thing already. So it's got Steady Hand IS, Sure Shot IS, and Quick Draw IS. Sure Shot. You got explosive rounds and hip fire. I'd go explosive. You've got perfect balance and hot swap. I would go with perfect balance. And luck in the chamber. So this is actually a really, really, really good week for vendor rolls. You got some really good options here, guys. So definitely go check out the vendors this week. Alright, and we have the Impeacher 5. And you've got True Sight IS, Fast Draw IS, and Quick Draw IS. True Sight would be my pick. So you have high caliber rounds and lightweight. High caliber rounds would be my pick on that. You got fitted stock, increased weapon stability, and army of one. I would probably go with fitted stock to try to make that as stable as possible, as this is the high rate of fire archetype. And then you've got rangefinder. So that is a really good roll on that as well. So that's 3 for 3 on good rolls with the New Monarchy vendor. So let's see if the shotgun can keep pace. Alright, yeah, Smart Drift Control, Accurized Ballistics, and Aggressive Ballistics. I would go with Aggressive Ballistics. Actually, I don't know, that's probably personal preference. You got Extended Mag and Hip Fire. For shotgun, I would probably go with Hip Fire, but Extended Mag has its bonuses too, so again, personal preference, but that's a good option right there on both of those. You have Hammer Forged, improved range and accuracy. You have Cascade. I would go with Cascade personally. And you have full auto. That's not really in my past use with shotguns. Full auto and shotguns just seems to not agree right. I don't know if that's just me or, the really traumatic Fourth Horseman flashbacks. I don't know on that one. That's up to you guys. I won't be picking it up. That's for sure. Okay, so we have the Deposition 7. Sniper rifle, and this is in the kind of mid rate of fire, mid impact archetype. You got Hawkeye, Short Gaze, and Texas. Personal preference there. You have skip rounds and snapshot. I would have to say go with snapshot on that because you want to aim that sniper rifle as quick as possible. You have those really quick scopes. Hammer forged and triple tap. I would go with. If you're a really good shot, go with triple tap. If you're not, go with hand forged or hammer forged. And take a knee, so that's a pretty good roll on that. If you guys are really liking that sniper rifle and that archetype, go pick that up. And very, very, very last but not least, we have the First Citizen 9. And this has accurized ballistics, linear compensator, and field choke. I would say go with linear compensator. You've got extended mag and snapshot. I would say go with extended mag on that. But that's, again, personal preference. But that would be me. I would go with that. You got hammer forged and feeding frenzy. So these are both really good options. I would probably, for PvE, go with hammer forged. But no, you know what? Both are really good options. Personal preference, again. And you've got persistence. This weapon grows more accurate the longer it's fired. So that is definitely probably a PvE perk. So that is a probably really good PvE machine gun there. Alright guys, so that's been your vendor rolls resets for weapons this week on my opinion on what is good in the Crucible and what is good in the PvE section of the game. So if you're looking for weapons for the raid, hopefully this helped you out. And if you're looking for just weapons in general, because who doesn't love more guns? Because I don't know if you've seen my vault, but I have maxed out vault space. My characters are about full of stuff, and I just have a hard time getting rid of stuff because I always see a use for every single weapon roll I get for the most part. So, alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit that like button. Leave a comment below letting me know if you made it to the end of this video. And if you stayed all the way to the end, let me know what gun you liked in the list and what you're going to be picking up this week. And if you don't already play Destiny, I would go check it out. You still got a little bit of time left before Destiny 2. Go try it out. Go see how you like it and see if it gets you pumped for Destiny 2. And if you want to know the activity weekly reset, go check out Mesa Sean's video. He does weekly resets every Tuesday morning, and he does a breakdown of what's going on with the raid challenge mode. I know the raid is Vault of Glass this week, so go check his video out for those specifics. And if you guys aren't already subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and share this around with your friends and anyone you know. Alright guys, I know I've been rambling for quite a while now. I'm out.